Holy crap, lots of stuff.
All right, we're good to go whenever it's time.
All right, call this meeting to order. Is there any public comments? Kind of quiet out there. We need approval of the minutes.
Nobody online.
Huh? Nobody online? I didn't see anything on there. We need approval of the October 2023 Police Committee meeting minutes. Need a motion.
I second.
Items of business. Police chief report.
Okay, so October was a busy month. There was 33 reports. One of the big ones was, of course, you knew about the guy that had the felony warrant that took off running. Then towards the end of the month, we had the whole thing of Facebook with a gun coming to school, that type of thing. It did take one report for a terroristic threat that involves a juvenile, and that is currently at the prosecutor's office under review as to what they may or may not issue against the individual. That person is currently suspended indefinitely from attending the school. So he's not there now. The others kind of self-explanatory. Again, adult protective services, child protective services, child abuse. So a lot of that going on.
And then the threat, is that also include kind of with that terrorist threat, or is that something totally different?
That was something different.
Okay.
That was something different. But the 5 suspicious situations at the top, that all kind of evolved around the terroristic threat, as well as what some people assumed was a terroristic threat, even though it is not illegal for someone to take a picture of a gun and send it to someone else when there's no captions or anything saying that they're going to do anything with it. So unfortunately, the one individual was having a mental health crisis, and he had asked some people for either a gun or a picture of a gun, and that's kind of where the whole snowball started rolling. And then unfortunately, some parents got involved with it because they didn't like the answers that they were getting. So of course they take to Facebook. And of course, once on Facebook, they didn't have the correct information anyways. So a lot of this started Sunday night on the 22nd. MSP got the original because the one individual lived outside the city. Another subject lived inside the city. So MSP and the school superintendent had already visited their residences. But my phone started blowing up at about 10 p.m. about that. So then on Monday morning, I had worked with the superintendent. So I was at the school Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday morning, just as special attention. But that Monday, there was a whole lot of kids that didn't go to school. So unfortunately, when that picture of that gun was circulated, some people then started adding their own text messages to the top of that.
Nice.
About gun, that they're bringing it to school, that there's a hit list, which was not true. So, and one of the other suspicious situations also was kind of that involved the middle school with 8th graders. And there was a group of 8th grade girls that were spreading false information about an individual, again, bringing a gun to school. Again, that parent didn't like the information that the police department or the school provided. So again, that person went to social media. So unfortunately, Facebook was driving a lot of this when in reality, there was nothing for that. So but it did definitely get a lot of people worked up. So that was kind of, and then we had a lot of other different reports throughout the month. 1,373 patrol miles for the month. There was 54 traffic stops. Of those 54 traffic stops, 31 tickets were issued. The favorite is speed, of course. There's 24 of those. One other one that we'll note is one individual was issued a ticket for violation of his level 1 license.
What is that?
That is a 15-year-old driving without any adults
Oh,
who are supposed to be a parent and or 21 years of age. So that individual received a ticket, which just basically it's a civil infraction. So probably what it does is extend their probationary period for extended amount of time for another 6 months. So that individual hopefully will acquire some more driving skills. We shall see.
probably with or without a parent.
Yeah. 23 traffic warnings, 17 of those were for speed. Ordinance violations, 4 abandoned vehicles were tagged and 1 for trash.
Question on that one.
Yes.
So apparently, once they get a ticket, they think they can just throw a tarp on the car and it just solves the problem.
Well, there's a lot of places that allow vehicles to be covered. So, and our ordinance doesn't say that they can't do that to cover the vehicle.
Cause I got an eyesore at the end of the street and I'm like, really? You throw a tarp on it?
Mm-hmm.
He hasn't driven it in quite some time.
The pickup truck.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
that's nice. Nice to look at that and it's getting shredded and
well, once that gets shredded, then I can deal with that as well. But yeah, unfortunately, car coverings, some of them spend the money for nice vehicle coverings, other finds a tarp.
guess I'll put cars out front yard, tarp them without plates on them. I'll let you tag them first.
Yep. All right, so under the additional information, as I said, there was special attention at the high school from 7:15 until 8 every morning. Did have 4 or 5 meetings with the school, reference to the situations that was occurring. Was required to take that terminal agency coordinator training, which is done by the state police. That involves us because we have access to lien, which then this next year will be up for our lien audit. So every department in the state gets audited every 3 years. So our audit, I'm sure, is coming next year. Regards to the school lockdown, if you heard about that, again, that was because the guy with the felony warrant was on the run and we had lost sight of him for about a half hour until the dog found him. So the dog found him hiding out in the weeds out behind the house there, and about the 500 block of North Shiawassee there.
Do you look like Swamp Thing from being that's what I figured.
So the next item I want to bring up is the sale of the 2003 police vehicle. I kind of estimated that the fire department has an interest in purchasing that. I looked at the different values at the back of your, right after this page is a listing of some of those vehicles that are currently for sale. The 2013 Ford Utility Police Interceptor. And again, a lot of it is based on mileage. Our car currently has 118,000 miles on it. But again, those are all city miles. So it's kind of rough. So the used vehicles ranged anywhere from 7,299 up to about 11,499. So I kind of estimated that the fire department, a good deal for them, a good deal for us would be about $8,000. So I would need a recommendation from the police committee that we sell the police vehicle to LSW for $8,000. Now, the LSW board would still have to authorize their purchase, but I'm pretty confident that that will probably go through.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second that.
Okay, next thing. 2017 police vehicle is going to need apparently a new computer to update to Windows 11 by 2025. RESD, which does our computers for the police vehicle, has a few used 3-year-old laptops that are Windows 11 capable. They're selling those for $599. The new computer that I just bought for our patrol car was $2,433. So this computer that would go in car 17 is about a quarter of the price for a new one. So I talked to Kevin, who's their main IT guy at RESD. I told him, look, can you at least set one aside because I got to get approval. So I'm checking with you guys to see if we could get approval to purchase that laptop since it's
We have
25.
we have money in the budget, right, for it,
Well, we will have some, but
you know, I mean,
we're getting a rollover of maybe $8,000.
right, right. So, I mean,
I
that's
think our
just,
budget can handle a $500 whatever it is.
Yeah, $600 laptop.
I make a motion, I mean, it's
And
no
our-
brainer for the
And the
price.
docking station that's in that patrol car will fit this computer, so we don't have to get a new docking station or anything like that.
I'll second the motion.
All right,
That's a bargain at that price.
so, yeah, so we thought, well, we'll jump on it. I did have him check that computer and he said that Windows 11 cannot be formatted to that computer.
Hmm.
I don't know. That's what they're saying. I'm not a computer guy. Kind of all Chinese to me. I don't know. I have no idea. But he's the expert in it, so that's what I went with that. Third item is, and we can or cannot do this. This is up to the board. If you saw the new graphics on the patrol vehicle out there, it was asked if we could also put the new graphics on the 2017 vehicle. The graphics that were on my car, the 2023 car, was $550 to put those graphics on. Here, we would also need the company to take off the old graphics. I don't think it would be the same amount as putting it on, but that's why I put on there, it would be no more than $1,100. I'm assuming it's gonna be less than that because there's not that many graphics on the vehicle. So I'm wondering if the police committee would approve for it so that both vehicles would look the same and they'd have the same graphics.
So the graphics that are on this one here is gonna be on the, or the what you have on this one here,
Be transferred as well
Yeah.
to the 2017.
because that's pretty sharp.
Yeah.
I like that.
When did you get to go pick it up? I seen you drive by.
Oh, did you?
I was like, I'll pick up the car.
Yeah. So that was placed into service last week, so.
It's sharp. I like that decal. That, you know, it's really sticks out. You definitely know it's a
It
police car.
sticks out and it also says City of Laingsburg on it, where before it only said Laingsburg.
Mhm.
So a lot of people didn't know if we were a city, a village or whatever. This really specified, yes, we are a city,
Mhm.
so.
So we need a motion. I make a motion.
I'll second that.
We could get Dave out there with the plastic razor blades and a hairdryer. Take the old decals off. They'll save us some money.
Let's not go that.
Yeah, I don't know what they use to take the graphics off, but
That's what they use.
I don't know.
I got some plastic razor blades at home. You want to borrow some? Maybe a hairdryer too.
I guess that about does it for me. You guys got any questions?
What do you call it? Detailing, relettering?
It'd be relettering and
I had it
Removal.
listed as
Graphic.
graphics, new graphics
removal.
and removal, or removal and new
Yeah.
graphics. We'll start with removal first.
Remove and replace.
How much was that?
Not to
$1,100
exceed $1,100.
$1,100 or less, yeah.
And these are recommendations to city council, so you have to bring that.
Yes.
Tonight for them to vote on.
Yep. So that picture for the computer, that's what you're gonna buy,
Yeah,
okay. Last pictures,
yeah.
I like pictures.
Here's a black one. I got a color one.
Oh, look at that. Anything else?
Nope, that's it for me.
It's a whole lot of stuff. You definitely been busy. So on that note, so do we have any other for anybody else?
Halloween was good.
How'd that go?
There were a lot of kids out, which was good,
Especially,
even with the weather.
yeah, I was gonna say it was nasty. Very cold and,
And I think with them having school off the next day, they stayed out later.
Mhm.
So they stayed, a lot of them, or at least a few of them stayed out till at least 8, so. I think by 7:30, some of the parents had had enough.
guess we'll meeting adjourned then, no other on there, I guess.